Welcome to Mr. Gossip. I am Sarah, your ultimate destination for Young and the Restless drama. Young and the Restless spoilers video preview June 29th to July 3rd. Jack disappears while Nikki undergoes surgery. June 29th to July 3rd. Spoilers for this week's video reveal that the Abbotts deal with another disappearance while the Newmans rally around Nikki. Here's a glimpse of what's ahead. This week's video kicks off with more drama for the Abbotts. Jack, Peter Bergman, sets off to rescue Diane, Susan Walters, from DR. Kyle's, Michael Mealer, concerned about his parents, and his worry increases when he doesn't hear from Jack. When Kyle runs into his Aunt Tracy, Beth Maitland, at Society, he asks if she's heard from Jack, but she answers no. Tracy then asks if anything happened, and Kyle replies he thinks Jack could be in real trouble. Since Patty, Stacy Hayduke, overheard Jack and Kyle's plan, it's possible she's behind Jack's disappearance. With both Diane and Jack now missing, it might be up to Kyle to end Patty's reign of terror. Speaking of Diane, she has another therapy session with Lawrence, and things take a flirty turn. Diane asks if there's a psychological term for when somebody forms an attachment to their therapist. Lawrence says it's common and a positive part of the process. Diane smiles and says she's looking forward to their next session. A connection is certainly developing between Diane and Lawrence. With Nikki's Melody Thomas Scott, headaches and vision worsening, she had to undergo emergency surgery. At the hospital, the Newmans sit vigil as they await news about Nikki. Victoria, Amelia Heinley, then brings an update that Nikki is out of surgery. When Nick, Joshua Morrow, asks how it went, Victoria replies that it's too soon to tell. As Victor, Eric Braden, listens to the conversation, he stares at Nikki's wedding rings. He'll likely be thinking about their last conversation and the terrible things he said. Nikki's health crisis has brought out a new side of Victor. The mustache came to his darling's rescue by flying in a world-renowned surgeon. The Young and the Restless fans ask if Ron Carlivati is replacing Josh Griffith as Y&R's new head writer. That ever since the news broke about Josh Griffith leaving the show, social media has been buzzing with anticipation over who might replace him in the head writer role. Although the show hasn't announced who might be in the running to take over, one option has already been blowing up among soap viewers. Could Ron Carlivati potentially be headed to Y&R for another daytime drama head writing gig? Carlivati was previously the head writer of One Life to Live, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives, so he's got plenty of experience. We can't forget that Carlivati was on the writing staff for Beyond the Gates for a while, so he's got a CBS connection. 2. Whenever a head writing change happens, it's pretty common for soaps to swing in a totally different direction. Josh Griffith often played it safe with boring storylines and lackluster climaxes, but Ron Carlivati tends to lean into campy hot plots with wild twists and turns. The show with Carlivati at the helm would be extremely different from the one Griffith has been penning. That could be a plus, since Carlivati would no doubt shake things up and give fans a reason to tune in. On the other hand, there could be a downside, since Carlivati would probably lean into more far-fetched, ridiculous territory. Carlivati's style may not exactly be a good fit for the vibe in Genoa City, but it's possible the powers that be could decide it's time for another vibe anyway. With Griffith exiting, it could be time for a major GC reset and a brand new direction. Of course, Carlivati's potential hire is just speculation at this point, but it's definitely something fans are asking about on social media. Carlivati's name could at least end up on the list of possible head writer candidates. The Young and the Restless July sweeps preview. These shockers ahead in Genoa City. That July is just around the corner, so we should discuss the drama that's coming up. There'll be some big surprises and plenty of action, so let's talk about our Y&R July sweeps preview. Following Nikki Newman's Melody Thomas Scott emergency surgery, her brain mass will be completely removed. That's good news. but things may remain uncertain when it comes to her eyesight and whether it'll come back. This will be a situation where Nikki's vision could take weeks to return, if it returns at all. Naturally, Y&R fans can safely assume Nikki isn't going to be permanently blind, but she may have to lean on the support of her loved ones if she's stuck in the dark for a while. There'll be something Jill desperately tries to hide from Billy, but we all know she's going to fail miserably in the end. Whatever Billy learns will leave him obsessed with Chancellor again, and could give him a path to going after it for himself. Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, and Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil will join forces against Billy for a battle that's brewing in the month ahead. Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, will be upset over Billy's Chancellor fixation returning, especially when he vowed to make her a priority along with the baby that's on the way. Now, all the wedding plans and baby preparations will take a back seat to Billy's power play. As for Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, he'll keep up his efforts to get closer to Kane on Victor Newman's Eric Braeden orders. That'll bring more challenges, especially if Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, notices Mitch Bacall hanging around Kane and Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil. Holden knows enough to potentially ruin Victor's plot if he spills to protect his new sister and former boss. In the meantime, Matt and Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, will strengthen their connection as they head into true romantic territory. Of course, viewers will also see Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, fight for freedom from Dr. Lawrence Markham, Jerry Burns, while Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, remains entangled with dangerous Patty Williams, Stacey Hayduke. Both Jack and Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, will keep working to save Diane from the situation she's stuck in, but there'll be plenty of obstacles to get in their way.